Alright, so really first what I'm going to do is take the battery apart, this guy, and we've got this guy here, and it's kind of attached, so I'm going to detach that, desolder that, and these are the batteries, and I'm going to, it fits in there, this. So it has to fit in a certain way to fit in the, the battery and all that. I'll put this back. And to fit in the tool, it has to fit a certain way. So I'm going to pretty much take that off, put a couple leads on it, so I can hook it to any battery that I've created, that I have over here. But I'll have leads coming off of this. So I'll put the reverse leads on this guy, and then I'll figure out a way to attach the batteries to this thing I'm holding the tool. But so first thing I do is rip this off, desolder, and then I'm going to use my hot glue gun here to secure it up in here so it doesn't just continuously fall out. Then I can put some black tape around it, but it kind of slides into the charger and stuff, so I got to be careful what I do to this particular area, otherwise it won't work in the tools. Alright, here's the modified adapter. So now what I need to do is get inside of this guy. It's pretty much going to be something like that. And I'm just going to, I'm going to get it to fit, and then, kind of dry test it there in my charger and make sure it's okay. It looks pretty good. And then I'm going to hot glue it in place because this is going to be empty. I'm going to run a strap through there to hold my batteries in place. So almost done. Okay, here's my hot glue job. I'm a master at that. Let's talk logistics a little bit. I have a battery over here from another website. You may have heard of it, modifiedpowertools.com. And here's the connectors off of it. Now the positive seems to be red, and it's a female. And the negative is, it's black, so it's a male. That's not why it's a male, but that it is a male. So I want this guy is gonna, let's say this guy over here is gonna receive this battery. So I have to have a male on the positive and a female on the negative. That way it can accept my batteries. And I'm just gonna stick to what I've done for my other vehicles or my other projects, and stick to this. That way I can share my batteries between my leaf blower and all of that stuff. So anyways, let's get these connectors on, and I'm just going to strip them, and I'm going to put on my crimp connectors, which are these guys here, those guys right there, and I'll put those on, and it'll be ready to go. I know where the blue gloves, I've got this crimped. I've got these guys crimped. Let's see if I can focus that a little bit better. They're beautifully crimped. Some guys solder them. Now I'm just going to use this old case, and I'm just going to put a hole near the, be careful. So I'm going to put it maybe back here. Maybe I'll put it on the side right here, because some of my tools I'm looking at, maybe I'll put it out the back. Anyways, these will come out the case in the back, and I'll be sure to tie a knot in them where they meet the case. That way when you tug on them, you're going to tug on the knot in the case. You're not going to tug on my very good connections right here. You want to tug on the case instead. So I'll make sure to tie a knot. That's just a little trick, and then it'll pull on the case when I'm pulling it out of there, and then I'll be ready to work on the batteries. All right, so I got this going. This is for the cable. This is for a zip tie, or not a zip tie, but maybe some Velcro strap that's going to go around, because the batteries are going to actually hang off the bottom of this guy like this when I have it working. A little Velcro or something, and I'll have them hanging off the bottom of the device. That way I can still move around with it, so I'll have a strap that goes around to kind of stabilize it, but I'm putting Velcro between each battery. So, alright, so that's that. I'll thread the wires through, and I should be able to close this guy up. Alright, so that's pretty much how the batteries are going to go, and then I've got the my wires cut out, so I'm pretty much going to put them in series, and then so this one to this one, this one to this one, and then I'll have another wire that goes from here up to the to this guy. Okay, so that's how it'll work. Got this all put back together. Beautiful. Okay, now I have all my wires done. I have one negative, which will come off the negative to the battery, one positive, which will come off the positive, and then two little guys to connect these two together to finish out my series. I'll get the ends on those and we'll be ready to go. Alright, and then here's the Frankenstein monster. All finished. You got Velcro in between each one. And it's kind of permanent, so I didn't need the Velcro, but I had it laying around, so whatever. My zip ties, my plug, and then I can do something like, I checked polarity, I checked all that stuff. It's got about 19 volts coming out of it. Now I can plug it in here and get it going. And now I've got this, and that's easy to handle. I don't know why they didn't do that originally. So 18 volts works forever. And then I can hook it to my weed whacker as well. Go give it a try. And there's what the final project looks like, or final product looks like. Hooked to my weed whacker, which is kind of why I had to put the batteries back a little ways. But balance is good. I've used it. It works great. I bet you could even go to 24, but man, that thing's pretty powerful as is. But yeah, probably go to 24 volts and get away with it. But I don't know if I'm going to give it a try. I also have a weed whacker that takes the same model of battery, so I'll be doing that. And yeah, it's gonna be tough to charge. I gotta get I have a 6-volt Schumacher charger, but I'll have to get in there and charge each one individually. It looks like that's okay. I mean, that's a small price to pay for the life of the batteries and all that. So I'll be enjoying my new modified power tool. One last note: if somebody can tell me the amp hours of these guys here, that's pretty much all I can show you. That looks like everything you need to know. Then I could figure out, because I've got 4.5 times 3. I've got 13.5 amp hours in the new battery pack, and I've got whatever this was before, which I can't really tell. So if anybody can tell me that, we can tell how much it increased. But I would guess three times, since there's 3 times the size, I guess. Thanks.